of our guests from around the globe. We'd like to also welcome all of our current founders who join us on these webinars, and we really appreciate them joining us and getting involved in the chat. I mean, how great is that? Just a few reminders about today. Today is a webinar that you've been invited to take a look at a business called ONPASSIVE. We do not try to convince you, we do not try to pester you or pressure you to come on board as a founder, because we really don't need to. We truly believe once you hear about ONPASSIVE today, that you will want to get back to the person who invited you, because the only way to become a founder is via invitation. I mean, how great is that? The other thing I think that's important for everyone to know is that the real benefit for you becoming a founder is for you. We are here volunteering our time to help spread this business across the globe. And we're currently in over 200 countries, legal across the globe. And you're going to learn, more about that through this. So today's is for our guests. So founders, welcome all of you. And I know you help out in the chat, but keep in mind when we go to the Q&A is for our guests today. And if you are a guest, after this webinar and you've asked questions, jump on board, become a founder, because then you'll have access to our back office and you'll be able to hear more private webinars where more information is shared after you sign your non-disclosure agreement, of course, and we'll talk about that today. You can get into the back office and you can start continuing your education on learning more, and you're just going to get more and more excited. So let's go back to Lanre, if you want to say hello to a few people. Oh, one last thing. Today, Lanre will be introducing our guest speaker, and we'll have a few other panelists joining us. They'll say a few words, and then we're going to open up to the Q&A, and we'll give you instructions about how the Q&A is going to work. Okay, so I'll repeat myself again before we get started, but that's okay. That's what we're here for. We're over 100 people on board right now watching. So Lanre, let's say hello to a few more of these lovely guests and founders in the chat.
Thank you, Susie. Nice to always partner with you. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, my name is Lanre Akinremi, and this is our Mega Saturday guest webinar. Please, if you have any loved ones that should be part of this, you want to give them a reminder right away. You're going to be provided, for the guests in the house, you're going to provide them with an information that will change your life. So, be rest assured, today is your day. We love our guests, but we say, we love our founders, but we say we love our guests more. That you're going to confirm later on. Douglas Avel, you're welcome. Dr. Venezia Ehano, you're welcome. Ed Mercado, you're welcome. Fritter, you're welcome. Emily Hamsi, nice to have you in the house. Arash Sel, you're welcome. All the galaxies, you're welcome. For the galaxies, it won't be a bad idea if you rename yourself, so I can pick you one by one to give you a shout out. JR, you're welcome. Joe Weisler, you're welcome. Joseph Martin, you're welcome. Larry Chan, nice to have you in the house. Neba Frida, you're welcome. Lena Makoto, Yossi, nice to have you in the house. Mary, you're welcome. Leona Peretin, nice to have you in the house. Neha Dehan, you're welcome. Inje Joho, you're welcome. Please pardon me for any reason I didn't pronounce your name correctly. I'm trying my best. Flores Tumina, you're welcome. Alan. Oh, Alan, how you doing from Cape Town, South Africa? Nice to have you in the house. Always, Bridget Kamsi, you're welcome. Cathy Nice, nice to have you in the house. Pradeep Schumer, Kumar Schumer, you're nice to have you in the house. John McKeffo, how you doing today? Paul Deban, you're very much welcome. Sebastian Epper, you're welcome. Raju, nice to have you in the house. Please, let's run into the chat room. We've got a few messages there. I'll be back to you. Susie, in a few minutes, Bajet says, good morning. How you doing, Bajet? Fetal says, from Philistine, good evening. How you doing? Half Hells, thank you. Richard Crizo says, waiting for the hurricane. Nice one. Yes, it's going to happen very soon.
Oh, boy.
And Ham from South Carolina says, hello. Clementina Akia says, hello. How are you doing today? And we have one of our leaders, George Will Ondari. How are you doing, sir? Lachelle says, hello, everyone. Roy Mafio says, from Canada, hello, how are you doing? Tanya from Montenegro says, hello, how are you doing? You can see this is a global company from all over the world. And I have Infanti Bhatti from Pakistan. You're welcome. How are you doing? Vijay Joshi from India. How are you doing? Trevor Peters, you're welcome. Alan Khan says hello. Wow, keeping with this is not easy. Christine Archie from Derby, UK. You're welcome. Steve Rowe from Colorado. How are you doing today? Very dear own Dr. Benny. Blessing. How are you doing, ma'am? Bill Moss, how are you doing, sir? Jao Polo, how are you doing from Lisbon? Abdul Karim, you're welcome. Wow. Today is a great day. Alan G from Cape Town, how are you doing, sir? Sakil Ansari, you're welcome. Abdullahi, how are you doing today? Lena Matoto says hello to everyone. How are you doing today? Wow. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. By 5 minutes after the hour, the presentation is going to start. So that means in under 7 minutes, if you know of anybody that's been part of this, do them a favor, give them a call, send them a reminder so that they can start from the beginning, and most importantly, they can make an informed decision today. Please, you don't need to talk to anybody, just invite them to this webinar and you will have done your part. That being said, let me give a few seconds again to my partner and my friend, Susie McRae.
Back to me. Is that what you said, Lanre? Okay. You look like you froze up there, so I'll keep talking, Lanre, for you. Hi, everybody. Welcome. This is the public guest webinar where you've been invited to hear about a business called ONPASSIVE. And we're going to get started, like Lanre said, about 5 minutes after the hour. This is a global company. I always say that. Global company in over 200 countries across the globe. And what we do is we have these public webinars, and our current founders invite their guests to them because they're excited about the business and they want to share it with you. So if you're invited here by someone, they really care about you and love you. A little bit about myself. I became a founder over 1.5 years ago. I heard about ONPASSIVE in a women's entrepreneur Facebook group, and I'm like, boy, this is very different. So I jumped right on board, became a founder, and then started, doing my education on it. And I invited so many friends and family members to jump on board with me on this journey as a partner with this company, as a founder. And the great thing about that is that whether you've been online before, you've had a business or not, none of that matters. So today, when you're listening to everything, keep an open mind and remember this business is for everybody. It's called ONPASSIVE. You can be fully engaged in it or you can be passive with it and let the company do the work for you. And I believe that's why a lot of people have jumped on board, because they understand the power in that. So today is our public guest webinar. We can't stress enough after this webinar to get back to the person who invited you. We are not going to have a clock ticking down. We are not going to make you feel pressured or try to convince you to jump on board. That's not what we're about. We're not going to shake you upside down and try to get your credit card and tell you there's a deadline and you got to do it right now. That's the beauty of this. If you can catch just a glimpse of the vision that our CEO has presented to us, then we really believe it's going to click in your brain. You're going to jump on board and you're going to keep learning more. So in a few minutes, we're going to get started. Lanre will be introducing our presenter. And we'll have other people on the panel coming on. And after we're done, we'll give you instructions about the Q&A. But keep in mind, today's Q&A is for our guest only. And although we have all these wonderful founders across the globe joining us, our private Q&A is on Mondays at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So we would really appreciate that we allow our guests the opportunity today to ask their questions. I'm not sure if Lanre is still on. Lanre, I know you shut off your video. Are you still there? If not, I'll keep talking. Charles, he was going a little in and out, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead then. Keep talking.
Yeah,
Until he gets back.
I'm looking to see.
I'm back. I'm very much back.
Oh, you're back. Okay. Hi, Lanre.
How you doing? I'm here, right here.
There's that smile. Yeah, if you want to say hello to a few more people, and then we'll get this going.
Okay, thank you very much. Because of the bandwidth challenge in Africa, permits me to just switch off my video so that at least I can get it right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in under 3 minutes, we're going to start this Zoom webinar. Please, this is our Saturday guest mega webinar. If you know of anybody that's part of this, do them a favor, give them, please let them join so that they can be well informed and make an impression. Please note, at the end of this webinar, the Q&A will be devoted for our guests. So if you're a founder, remember there is a founder only webinar on Monday where you can come in and ask a question. Let's respect our guests and let's see the Q&A time today. That being said, please, we have a few messages in there. Let me spend about a minute to go through the chat room. Yes, Ella says hello from Cambodia. Edith says hello from South Africa, and have Ravindra from India. How are you doing? And you're pledged to be part of this. Every guest in the house. Levy Mambo says you're all welcome. Sergeant Alam says hello, great founders. We welcome all our founders back into the house. We love you for coming back, but definitely we all love our guests more because ONPASSIVE is all about love. We thank everybody for being part of this. Please, in under 120 seconds, this presentation is going to start immediately. Susie, you have anything to say in about 20 seconds before I take over?
Sure, I'll say just a few things. Just Charles, let's make sure if you want to record this that we start the recording when we start. Welcome everybody. You're going to hear a lot of information today, and it's going to take you a little time to digest it, and that's okay. But like I said, if you even catch a glimpse of what we are going to present to you today, jump on board and become a founder like us. Like I said, it doesn't require that you are tech savvy, that you have had a business online or a business in life. That does not matter. That's the beauty of ONPASSIVE. I have my whole family on board, including my elderly parents are founders. So you're going to see that this business is truly, truly for everybody. And I hope to be back for the Q&A. So Lanre, I'm going to say goodbye right now, and I'll be back, and you can introduce Charles.
All right, Susie, I would love to see you back, please. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. My name is Lanre Akinremi, and it's a pleasure and honor to welcome all our founders back into the house. And for our guests, we say thank you for joining us. You are in for a treat today. It's a special day, and you're going to bless whoever invited you to this guest webinar. We're about starting right now. Please, I want to tell the founders that the Q&A should be ceded to our guests. And for those that raise their hand now, please hold them until the presentation is over. And it's my honor and pleasure to introduce to us our presenter for today. He's a man, a businessman, an investor, a family man. He's been in the IT sector for well over 30 years, been in the United States for well over 30 years. He has paid his dues. He has traveled all over the IT industry, and he definitely knows what he talks about. You cannot get tired of listening to him. And I tell you honestly, by the time he's done, you'll be happy you are here today. With all due honor, pleasure, I would like to introduce to us our man on a mission, Mr. Charles Osong. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Larry. Always grateful for your services to our community. You're always present. We cannot thank you enough, okay? Good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Those of you who are calling within the United States, you know, this is a long holiday weekend, so have fun. But those of you who are guests, I want to give you a special welcome, because we always say, like Larry just said, we love our founders, but we love our guests more, only because it means our family size is about to increase, right? So if you are here and you're a guest, you are here to hear about a once in a lifetime kind of opportunity. I will be bringing that to you in the form of my story. Yes, somebody said start recording. Thank you so much for reminding me. Let me start the recording. Okay. So again, like Larry said, my name is Charles Osong, and I have lived in the United States for 36 years now and counting. And I will be telling you about a once in a lifetime kind of opportunity by way of telling you my story. I know Mark Twain once said, as long as you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. So I will be telling you just the truth, okay? And during those 36 years that I've been in the United States, I have worked like everybody else, sometimes 2 jobs just to make ends meet. For the most part, I have worked in the IT industry. And for those of you who are familiar with that industry, you agree with me that it is a very broad industry. However, I have been blessed enough to work in almost every discipline in the field. But during that time, I've always looked for ways to make extra money, because I have a big family in the United States and beyond. So I always need assistance, extra cash. So I've been looking for ways to make money, mostly passively, what they call passive residual income. I stumbled upon the works of a very wealthy gentleman. Most of us should know him. His name is Mr. Warren Buffett, one of the wealthiest people on earth. Mr. Buffett said something that resonates with me very well. And he said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. So I kept thinking about that. It keeps playing in my head, even up to today. So I was looking for ways to make money while I sleep. Okay. So I decided to stop working for corporate America. I tendered my resignation. And I recall a colleague of mine saying to me, Charles, you must be very lucky. You must have saved up a lot of money to be retiring this early. And I said to him, on the contrary, I have been working for so long and I can't seem to save up enough money. So there's got to be another way. I remember reading from Robert Einstein saying, if you keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results, that is his definition of insanity. I said to myself, I'm not going to get insane. I'm going to stop doing this. I got to do something else. That's why I retired. Okay, so I got myself an office in Maryland, in the United States. And just over 2 years ago, about 2 years and maybe 3.5 months ago, a very trusted friend of mine walked into my office and said to me, Charles, there is this opportunity that I need to bring to your attention. And I said, why not? Just so you know, prior to retiring, I had been studying rigorously the behavioral patterns of successful people. And one of them is simple. You bring them an opportunity, they take a look at it inside out so that they make an informed decision. That's how come they miss out on very, very few opportunities, because they look at everything. So I pretended to be one of them that day. I told my friend, I am going to take a look at this opportunity. But first, I have 3 questions for you, very important, before we can even move forward. Question number 1, with this opportunity, if I cannot recruit, if I do not recruit even one person, am I going to make money? If I can't sell to even one person, if I cannot sell, am I still going to make money? And when I say money, I mean real money. I'm not talking about chop change. I have been blessed enough to see chop change. Okay? I mean enough money to give me financial freedom. Now remember, I had time freedom because I had retired. But no financial freedom. I was still looking for that very elusive financial freedom. When you have these two, we say you've got total freedom. So I am in search of total freedom. And that one part was missing. So I asked my friend, if I cannot recruit, am I going to make that kind of money that will give me the time freedom that I so badly need? He said to me, Charles, believe me, with this company, without recruiting, you're going to make enough money for yourself, your children, your children's children, and beyond. That really sounded like music to my ears. And I said to him, let's go to question number 2. Will I have to come out of pocket every month in, month out, to pay some bill? In the industry, they call it auto ship. Will I have to pay a monthly auto ship? He said to me, Charles, when this company launches, which means the company was still in pre-launch. And he said, when this company launches, you will have to come out of pocket once, and that's it. I said, that's great. That's good to know. Third and final question, the last, but certainly not the least. And I asked him, does this company have legitimate, viable products? By legitimate, I mean legal. By viable, I mean necessary. Okay? Now, I know a lot of us do different things out there. Some of us sell vitamins, weight loss products, juices, and you're going to tell me they are viable. All right, here's what I mean by viability. Something that if you don't have, life is miserable. I'll give you an example. Think about your cell phone. Just imagine, a friend of mine was traveling not long ago, traveling from Nigeria to the US, and he forgot his cell phone at home. Guess what? He preferred to miss his flight just to get that phone back. That's how important those things are these days. Okay? Think about internet service, their Wi-Fi. You don't have Wi-Fi, life is miserable, short and simple. So that's what I mean by viability. Okay? So when I asked my friend, does this company have legitimate, viable products? He said to me, Charles, with your extensive IT background, you should be able to understand these products better than me. I said, no problem. I went and took a look at the products. And I came back to him. I said, my friend, should this company succeed in what they're trying to do, we are going to have an internet quake. It's like an earthquake. The internet is going to shake up. But I also told him, It's going to take some time. We're going to have to wait a long time, maybe 5 years, maybe more. He didn't like that because it's like all of us. We like to make money now. We like instant gratification. He didn't like that. He said, Charles, why would you say that? I said, simple. You told me to take a look at the products. I did. And I understand what they're doing. They're using something called artificial intelligence, AI for short, in every step of the development process. Now, AI, my friends, is a disruptive technology. And what is a disruptive technology? One that comes every once in a while, and it'll change the way we do things. We have no choice, just like the internet. In other words, it'll disrupt our lives. AI is yet the most disruptive technology mankind has ever known. But AI is very involved. It involves machine learning. It involves empirical data. It involves millions upon millions of lines of coding. So for those of you who are familiar with software development, it is time consuming. So I told my friend, we're going to have to buckle up, fasten our seatbelts, and enjoy that roller coaster. But I also told him, I don't care how long it takes. I do not want to miss out on this opportunity. I had something we call FOMO, fear of missing out. I had missed out on a few opportunities earlier on in my life. And I wasn't going to miss out on this one, not for any length of time, and not at any cost. So I then asked him, how much is it going to cost me if I want to be part of this opportunity? I was thinking he's going to give me some high amount, $15,000, $20,000. In my mind, okay, I was going to accept it. I had a few credit cards at the time. In the United States, thanks to God, we do not need cash. All we need is plastics. And I had a few of those. But my friend looked up at me and he said to me, Charles, all you're going to need is $97. I was discombobulated. I was flabbergasted. I could not believe him. I said, you've got to be kidding. You can't drive all the way to my office and be joking. He said, no, Charles, I'm serious, dead serious. And I said, okay, well, here's my card. Put it on there. By the time we were done, it had costed me $102. So yes, there is a $5 fee, bank fee. The banks will charge you $5 when you use credit or debit card. Big deal. I told him, consider that dinner for two. But I also told him, my friend, I do not have 5 years or more to be monitoring this company. Please call me, text me, email me, do whatever it takes to get me informed so I can get more involved when they are closer to launch. He said, deal. 8 months later, he gave me a call. Charles, the CEO of this company wants to talk to all of us in 1 week's time. Can you make yourself available? And I said, why not? 1 week later, I hopped on the call, and there was Mr. Ash Mofara. Mr. Ash Mofara, my friends, is the CEO of this company. Mr. Ash Mofara, for those of us who have been founders for some time now, we have come to know and love him dearly. Not only because he's going to help us make money, and I can assure you he will. He will help us make a lot of money. But also, and more importantly, because of his heart for humanity. As you come to join us, I can assure you, you will find out. There are many geniuses out there, a lot of them. We have Bill Gates, we have Mark Zuckerberg, we have Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, just to name a few. These guys all have the brains. But do they have the heart? That's what you'll find out when you join ONPASSIVE. But mind you, that was the first time I was listening to Mr. Mofara. And I hopped on the call, and he said to us that day, folks, we are much closer to launch. We have been doing some good things. We've been working so hard, and we are closer to launch. That statement threw me off because 8 months earlier, I had told my friend, we're going to have to wait for the long haul. Now, all of a sudden, this dude is telling us we are closer to launch. And I'm saying to myself, whom is he kidding? I know what they're trying to do. And then he went on. He said, we went to Bangalore in India. Bangalore, my friends, is like a Silicon Valley in India. And if you look behind me, you will see a building that says ONPASSIVE, right? This building is in high-tech city. It's in Hyderabad. This building, ONPASSIVE acquired this building December 2020. So at that time, this building was non-existent. Mr. Mofara had gone to Bangalore, and he said, we've leased 2 floors in a high-rise building, 2 whole floors. We have hired 200 engineers, the best of the best. And these guys are working 24/7 to make sure our dream is realized. It is then that I thought in my head, well, okay, most startup companies are going to have 20 to 25 engineers. Most startup companies are going to have these engineers work 8, 9, maybe 10 hours a day. Mr. Mofara goes to the source. And when I say source, for those of you who are familiar with IT, you agree with me that Indians are the best in the game. He goes to the source. He did not get 20 or 25 engineers. He got 200 of them. And these guys are not working 8 or 9 or 10 hours a day. These guys are working around the clock. These guys are working 24/7. They are taking turns to make sure the dream is realized. So in my head, I'm thinking, okay, with this kind of a resource, yes, you are able to cut time frames. With this kind of a resource, yes, you are able to do in 3-4 years what is supposed to take 5-6 years. So my belief factor goes off the roof, but I'm listening. And Mr. Mofara went on. Some of us founders, you and I, have been unethical. They have done some things that we don't like. So we are going to come up with something called non-disclosure agreement, an NDA for short. If you see those, you better sign them up because it is the only way you can benefit from this company. 2 months later, he called up another meeting. My friends, the NDAs are out. Go sign them up. I went, took a look at that long document, and by the time I was done reading this document, and I can assure you guys, I am not an attorney, not by any stretch of the imagination, but it dawned upon me that this is that time that I told my friend to call me, to text me, to email me. I realized how serious this business was. I looked at the time, money, energy spent from the time I joined up until then. And I said to myself, it's time to roll up my sleeves. It is time to impact as many people as I possibly can. And I'm going to become a man on a mission. I am going to talk to everyone who is willing to listen about this opportunity. If you have ears, you can listen. If you don't, I have done my part. So I called up a few friends to my office and I said, hey, we're going to have to spread the word massively about this company because we are about to change the world. So we brainstormed. How do we impact the world at large? What medium can we use? So we decided on Zoom. Thanks to technology. With Zoom, all you need is a smart device. It can be an iPhone, a laptop, an iPad, doesn't matter. any smartphone. And then you need what? Internet access, data, as you guys call it in Africa. And you are on. Now, what is this company I'm talking to you about? ONPASSIVE. It's right behind me. You can look at it. And that name was not given by chance. This is a passive opportunity. What does that mean? That means you can come in, you pay your little money, and guess what? ONPASSIVE has hired the best of the best to do the work for you, and all you have to do is sit back, relax, and collect some money. That's it. So, Mr. Mofara, that I just mentioned to you guys a few moments ago, as a CEO of this company, he graduated with a master's in e-commerce. He went back to Harvard, studied online business, how to market online, how to do business online. This guy has a knack for AI, artificial intelligence, that disruptive technology that I just mentioned to you guys. This guy is a guru when it comes to traffic generation. My friends, traffic is the reason I can dream today. Traffic is the reason I can invite you all to dream with me today. So what is traffic? Very important. We're going to spend a couple minutes talking about traffic because that's the key. That's a single differentiator between ONPASSIVE and any other company you can see out there. It doesn't matter which company it is. So what is traffic? Well, traffic is the most fundamental element in any business. It doesn't matter whether that business is online or offline. But let's start with offline businesses. Why? Most of us are digital immigrants. Most of us are familiar with offline businesses. So we are more used to it. So let's start there. Let's say you have a business offline and I have the same exact business. And it can be any business. It can be a car dealership. It can be a barber shop, anything. It doesn't matter. But let's say that it is a restaurant. And why? Because I love food and I know all of us eat. So you have a restaurant and I have the same exact restaurant, same kind of food, same chef. Everything is the same except what? Location. Your restaurant is located in a busy area, a shopping mall. People come in and out all the time. Mine is located in a back alley. It is hidden. Well, yours is going to fare better than mine. And here's why. People are going to come to that shopping mall, minding their own business, maybe to do their hair, do their nails, window shopping, buy some clothes, whatever it is that brings them to that shopping mall. Guess what? They will eventually get hungry. They will look up, spot your restaurant, wander into your restaurant, and the end result of that is what? Sales. My restaurant, on the other hand, people are going to have to know that it is there. People are going to have to leave their homes deliberately to go there. Because of that, it suffers. It suffers from what? Traffic. So then, what is traffic? People, customers coming in and out of your business. It is that simple. What about traffic online? But before we go there, let me just say this. In this digital day and age, if you have an offline business, such as the restaurant I just mentioned, you better get yourself an online presence. Otherwise, you are going to be smoked by your competition. The reverse is not true. You can have a very successful business online without any offline presence, and you will do just fine. Typical example is what? Amazon. So what am I saying in essence? Yes, it is true that we have millions upon millions of businesses offline. But it is also true that we have more businesses online than we do offline. Billions of them. And all of these businesses thrive on traffic too. Without traffic, they can't exist. So what is traffic online? Clicks, my friend. It's that simple. Clicks. You have a business online. The first thing that needs to happen for you to make a sale, people need to come there and click. No click, no sales. The more the clicks, the more the sales. So we have businesses online, individuals online. All they do is drive traffic to all those billions of businesses that I've just talked about. And they are making a killing. A typical example is what? Google. And then there is something called targeted traffic. Huge. What is targeted traffic? Say you go online to search for something, and you, while looking, somebody comes behind your ear and whispers, why don't you go to charlesoson.com? And the moment you get there, you're looking for a TV. Remember, you get there and all you see are TVs. TVs of all sorts, all colors, all prices. What are your chances of buying off the roof? Guess what? That store just got itself a targeted traffic. Some customer that is already looking for what it carries. Now, our CEO and founder, Mr. Ashmo Farah, is the best in the game of driving targeted traffic. He proved himself. When he graduated, he joined a few companies, drove traffic to them, millions of customers, millions of affiliates. These companies make tons of money. He also made some millions doing that, I can assure you. But most of these companies went out of business. Why? Remember I told you guys in the beginning, no legitimate viable products. Any company is a time bomb. It's just a matter of time before it goes out. So Mr. Mofara and his family, notably his wife, they're going to sit together and say, you know what? We need to stop driving traffic to people. We need to stop sending customers to businesses that will eventually go out. We need to start our own. We're going to have legitimate, viable digital services. We're going to have founding members, you and I. We're going to drive traffic to them. That's why I said because of traffic we can dream. We will drive traffic to them. They are going to make money. We are going to make money. And everybody's what? Happy. My friends, that is the birth of ONPASSIVE. So just over 3 years ago, and I insist, because at the time, there was no pandemic. There was no COVID-19. Just over 3 years ago, Mr. Mofara and his friends, they're going to sit together and say, you know what? We are starting our own digital business. We are going to get legitimate services, viable services, okay? And what are these services? We have close to 8 billion people on earth. And at any point in time, 7 million of them are looking for something online. And now, that's over 3 years ago, before the pandemic. You can imagine how many people are online today. But 7 million people at that time was still a lot. We have over 7 million of them looking for services online. So what kind of services are they looking for? So we can provide these services. Well, some of us online are doing what we call online banking. I know that. I do that sometimes twice a day. And I know some of you do that as well. And when we do these things, there are people online that monetize on our services. So these guys are going to say, you know what? We are going to have our own AI driven. And it's going to be better than whatever you have out there today. Some of us online are on our favorite social media, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I love Facebook. But when we are on Facebook, what are we doing? We're sending texts. We're sending photos to friends, family members, colleagues, classmates. Guess what we're doing? It's called community. And when we do these things, people are making money. Mark Zuckerberg and his friends are making serious money. And these guys are going to say, you know what? We're going to have our own. We're going to have our own community, AI driven from start to finish. And when you join us today, you're going to find out our community is almost 750,000 strong already and growing by the second. Some of us online are doing what? E-commerce, drop shipping, bulk emailing, email marketing. There are people online that make 6- and 7-figure income just doing email marketing. Well, these guys are going to say, we have AI at the back of our hands. We can do that too, even better. Some of us online are video conferencing, like what we're doing right now. If you can see me, you can hear me, or both, it means you went to some application called Zoom. You type in some ID, and there we are. Eric Wan, the founder of Zoom, and his friends, his collaborators, are monetizing on our services as we speak. And Zoom is not the only one. We have Skype, we have AnyMeeting, we have Cisco WebEx, Google Hangouts, Microsoft Teams. We have a plethora of them out there, all of them making serious money, especially since after the pandemic. My friends, Zoom is the most popular only because it is the most user-friendly. But not for long. You guys wait. You wait until ONPASSIVE launches our own webinar platform. We call it O Connect. Some of us have been able to get a sneak peek of it. You wait until it's launched. The images are clearer, 3D. It is faster. It is more secured, end-to-end encrypted. It is scalable. That means it can handle unlimited number of participants. And above all, guess what? It's more affordable. My friend Mike Ellis says it is at a lower price point. It is more affordable. But let's focus on Zoom for now. Why? Because it is still their day. We are yet to launch. Prior to COVID-19, Zoom was averaging about 10 million participants every day prior to COVID-19. Guess what happened after COVID-19? April 1st, 2020, the same company took a statistic. That number had risen to well over 300 million participants a day. You can imagine what it is today. Now, November 30th, 2020, Forbes magazine came out with a report that Zoom had made more profits than ExxonMobil, the decades-old American oil company. My friends, you guys know why? After the pandemic, during the pandemic, every university, high school, middle school, elementary school, asking students to take classes virtually. I have seen pastors, men of God, women of God, having virtual Bible studies, virtual all kinds of stuff. I have seen virtual weddings, virtual wake keepings. It doesn't matter. The world is going virtual. And ONPASSIVE is going to help us monetize. It's that simple. Now let's talk about another virtual service. Virtual Private Network, VPN. We hear that all the time, VPN. What is that? It's just a fancy name. It is a fancy name for a tunnel, right? A tunnel that cuts across a major network, such as the internet. It provides for privacy. Employers use it so that their employees can access corporate data without fear of bad guys. Ever since the pandemic, more and more companies asking their employees to work from home. What does that mean? That means they've got to use some VPN. That means some company is going to monetize on those services. Even the federal government, after the pandemic, asked the employees to work from home. Now, these guys at ONPASSIVE, they are going to say, with AI, we can have our own VPN. We call it O Virtual already, by the way, guys. We can have our own VPN, super smart, more scalable, more secure, end-to-end encrypted, and above all, more affordable. I can assure you, when ONPASSIVE launches, the big players in the VPN space, like Cisco Networks, they are going to know there is a new sheriff in town. I can assure you. Let's talk about another service. Search engine optimization, SEO. That's a mouthful, right? A lot of us know of search engines. We know of Yahoo, for example. We know of Bing. And for those of us Apple enthusiasts, we know of Safari. But I'm sure each and every one of us knows of Google. It's like a verb these days. That's how popular it is. You find something, Google it. Okay? Now, you can go to Google 10 times a day, 100 times a day to search for something free of charge. You can go to Google to get an email address, 10 addresses, 20 addresses, free of charge. Even Facebook, we go there all the time, free of charge. These guys don't charge anything, yet they are multi-billion-dollar companies. So here is the multi-billion-dollar question I've got for you guys. How do they make money? How does Google make money? I know most of us don't know, and frankly, most of us don't even care. Why? It's none of our business. But let me just share with you the main way that Google makes money, only because ONPASSIVE is going to help us make money the same way. Okay? Now, if you go to Google, for example, and you are searching for something, and it could be anything, okay? It could be anything that you're searching for. But let's just say that you are searching for a camera. And the only reason I'm using camera is because I have an online store and I do market my cameras in Google. That's all. So you go to Google and you search for a camera. Guess what's going to happen? A bunch of them will pop up. And one of them will be from my store. Let me tell you this, my friends. If you click on that camera from my store, Google charges me. You don't have to buy it. You don't have to purchase. They call it pay-per-click. So what is the contract? Google says you market an item through us. A customer comes looking for that item. We're going to optimize our search. Of course, why not? You've paid us, right? We're going to optimize our search, bring your item to the top so that they can see it, eyeballs. The moment they see it, our job is done. And then they have my credit card on file. All they do is charge my credit card. How crazy is that? And I can tell you guys, I am a very small business person online, almost insignificant. But I'm paying Google averagely $400 every month. And I'm also paying Microsoft about $600 every month. Now, why am I paying Microsoft? Bill Gates is a visionary. He knew search engine optimization was going to be big. Did not have time to start a brand new company. He bought an existing company called Bing. He revamped it. And those of us doing anything online, we are paying him month in, month out. I'm also paying a company called GoDaddy for DNS, domain name service. Okay? If you have to have a business online, you have to have a domain name. So when you hear .com, .org, .whatever, that is a domain name. And there are companies online monetizing on these services. And these guys at ONPASSIVE are going to say, you know what? With AI, we can do that too, even better. These guys at ONPASSIVE with AI, they say with search engine optimization, we are going to have our own super smart, much smarter. By the time you type the first letter, it already knows where you are headed. So let me assure you, my friends, when ONPASSIVE launches, the big players in the space for search engine optimization, like Google, they are going to know there's a new kid on the block. You can count on that. You can bank on that. Okay? What am I doing? Simple. I am giving you services that ONPASSIVE is putting together, digital services, the ones that we are used to. We use them every day, whether we know it or not, right? And there are more. ONPASSIVE is putting a lot of them. Virtual learning, tracking services, all kinds of stuff, putting all of them under one roof, one umbrella, right? What is ONPASSIVE doing? That's what they're doing. They're putting all these services. You think about it, you're an individual, you're a business person, you think about it online, we have got it for you under one roof. In IT, we call it what? Single sign-on. And then there is a big word today for you to take home. Integrated. These services are integrated. No company on earth has ever succeeded to put it all together. This is the first time at ONPASSIVE. For anyone to succeed, ONPASSIVE is already 99% there, my friends. That is huge. This is what I call value. Now, I told you guys in the beginning, with ONPASSIVE, you do not have to recruit to make money. With ONPASSIVE, when we launch, you don't have to come out of pocket month in, month out. You come out of pocket once. That's it. With ONPASSIVE, we have legitimate, viable services, digital, viable services. Put all these three together, that is unmatched value. There is no company that I know that has all these three. And I'm gonna make you a promise. You find a company out there with these three factors, you contact me, I will be your first customer. That is value. Now, we have this value. What is it gonna take to be part of ONPASSIVE today? I'm going to let my friend and partner, Mr. Redfern, who has been in this company almost since the beginning, the inception. He knows everything about this company. He knows what it takes to be part of this company. He's a business person. He has done it all. And I'm going to let Mr. Redfern explain to you guys what it's going to take for you to become a founder. Take it over, Red.
Thank you very much, Charles, and welcome everybody here. Every time I listen to Charles, I get so excited about this opportunity, and hopefully you guys out there are as well. And it's a privilege and a pleasure to work alongside brilliant people like you within this company, Charles. So you've heard Charles. I really hope that you have caught just a little snippet of this vision and you want to get involved as a founder alongside all of us here. So what do you actually have to do is the big question. Well, the first thing you need to do is get back in contact with the person who has invited you to this webinar today. Okay, they will have a thing called a registration form. Just ask for that link and you click on that link. You then have a few things that you have to fill out, which is your name and email address. Once you click that send button, okay, you then have to pay. Unfortunately, Charles has already told you it's only $97 to become a founder. Okay, you can pay with a credit debit card. You can use various other means as well within whatever country you are in. Once you have done that, okay, please allow time for it to go through. If it's credit card, it should be instantaneously. If you have any error messages or anything like that, just wait. Okay, don't panic and don't click pay again. It will go through. Okay, so just chill. You'll be absolutely fine. Once you then come out of that and you log back in again, another page will open and it will have a very big long form on it. This is called your NDA, which is a non-disclosure agreement. This is all part and parcel of ONPASSIVE being completely legal, completely compliant, and a completely above board business. This is not only to protect the business and the company, but also to protect you guys as well. It gives you your rights as well as the company's rights. It's quite long. You can skip it or you can read it. If you read it, go all the way through. Down at the bottom on the bottom page, left-hand side, you have two boxes. Click both of those boxes, okay, and digitally sign it. If you are on an Apple device, you can do it on the screen, or a Android. Okay, if you are on a computer, you'll have to get a digital signature to copy and paste into that box. Once you've done that, that's it. You're good to go. You're a founder. And then the only other payment you'll have to make is when we launch to the world, which, my friends, is going to be happening very, very shortly. So this window of opportunity to become a founder is going to be closing, and we want to have you on board with us. But when we do launch to the world, that is your next out-of-pocket payment only, and that is going to be between $200 and $250. So that's it. I really hope that you are going to get on board with us. Remember, this is for everybody and anybody. No qualifications, no prerequisites. You do not have to know anything. All you have to do is to get in and you win. Simple as that. And I really do hope you make the decision that is going to affect your life and the rest of the people around you, and take this leap of faith that somebody who loves you has given you this webinar link, and you are here right now. We really do hope that you join us on board as an ONPASSIVE founder. Back over to you, Charles.
Thank you, Red. That was quite an addition. You may want to tell them about the Amazon creating those millionaires. I love to hear that. And what ONPASSIVE is going to do for us.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you that as well. Right. Just as a few side notes here, right, that Amazon, who have been around for a long, long time now, they like making money. But who do they like making money for? It's certainly not for the customers. It's certainly not for the referral clients or anybody like that. They like making it for themselves, for the corporates, for the top dogs. Amazon, in its inception to now, has made 40,000 millionaires. Just think about that. That is a huge amount of millionaires for an online IT company that don't even want to share the wealth. Our CEO and founder, Ash Mufareh, actually wants us to be successful within this business. Just imagine, as a founder, where you are going to be, okay, in 2 years' time. There is going to be multi-million millionaires within ONPASSIVE, not just 40,000. There is going to be over 1 million millionaires with ONPASSIVE, because our CEO and founder wants us to be successful online. It's as simple as that, guys. We are only going to be less than 1% of the customer base of ONPASSIVE. We estimate within our first year, we will have 100 million customers. At the moment, there is 750,000 founders. So we are less than 1% of where we are going to be in a year's time. You have the chance and the opportunity right now to join us on this journey. The early worm, no, it doesn't. The early bird catches the worm. This is the early bird opportunity, and we want to have you on board with us. So for the sake of $97, come on, guys, get in there. Thank you, Charles.
Thank you, Red. You are awesome. Okay, Susie, back to you.
Oh, hi, everybody. I see Lanre's here with me too. Wow, you guys always do such a great job, and I agree. I get excited every time, and I know people listening are excited as well. So this is what we're going to do for the Q&A. If you have a question, please raise your hand. And please, this is for guests only. I'm going to bring you onto the panel, and what's going to happen is your screen is going to change. You're going to get a circle. Don't worry, you're still there. You're going to come on, and you're going to unmute yourself and put your video on, if you choose, and you can ask your question. So if you raised your hand by mistake, please put it down. But I'm going to start bringing people on. Also, if you're shy or there's a problem getting on, please type your question in the chat, and I know Lanre, Charles, and Red will be watching. Bringing a few people on. Let's see. I'm going to bring them.
This Susie.
Yeah.
Hello, Susie.
Hello. Yes.
Okay. While Charles was presenting, there's been a couple of questions. So probably Charles or Red would like to attend to that. One of the major questions is, what is the difference between ONPASSIVE and MLM? Over to you, leaders.
Okay.
Me or you, Charles?
I think I've talked a lot. You go ahead, Red. You go ahead.
Okay. We always get this question. I have not been on a webinar, a presentation, anything in the last nearly 3 years that I've been involved with ONPASSIVE and this question hasn't arisen? And mainly the question gets arisen is because people are so used to having the MLM mentality of levels, recruiting, and how all of the ways the MLM services work. Now, I've got nothing against MLM at all because I've been involved with many multi-level marketing companies and they work fantastically. But the number one thing that is so different between us and, well, it's two things actually. The first one I'll bring is the difference between us and MLM is majority of the times with multi-level marketing businesses, you have to recruit to earn money. Okay, so you have to get other affiliates involved, or you have to get so many people before you get paid. You have all sorts of different levels that you have to hit, blah, 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 okay, before you start earning any money. With ONPASSIVE, we are physically paying the company to do it all for us. So there is no recruiting, okay? There is no getting any advertising. There is no converting these leads because the company are doing absolutely everything for us. So you do not have to recruit, all right? We are going to be earning our residual income from customers buying our products and services. Right now, this presentation that Charles has done and everyone else as well, all the other presentations, we are giving you guys the opportunity to join us as a founder. We are founding this company. And that's what we're after here right now is founders to partner us in ONPASSIVE and build this business before we launch to the world. When we launch to the world, we are going to be a customer-based business that are selling digital products and services. MLM businesses do not operate like that. Okay, and that is the second biggest point here is we earn our money from people buying our products and services, and we get a small commission from those people buying those products and services. I hope that's answered your question. And Charles, please fill in if there's anything else you want to add.
Oh, yes, certainly. So if you guys listen to my presentation, I said traffic is the single differentiator between ONPASSIVE and any other business out there, including MLM. So guess what happens with MLM? You have to get your own traffic. What do we mean by traffic? You bring in affiliates, you bring in customers by yourself. How do you do it? It's up to you. You can't do it, you don't make money. And that is why usually about 3% of MLMers make money. The other 97% don't. Well, guess what? ONPASSIVE is the correction to that corruption, we call it. Mufara says, I want 100% of us to make money. So I am going to get the traffic, the targeted traffic, because I'm good at it, and I'll bring them to everybody. I'm going to bring in more customers. I'm going to bring in more resellers or affiliates, if you want to call it that way, to each and every one of us. So we don't have to do anything to make money. That's the single most important difference, guys. Okay? Hope that helps.
Okay.
All right. Was that you said there was another question, Larry? You said there were two of them, right?
The first one has been answered correctly already. That's the only one I would love.
Okay. Okay, no problem. All right, Susie, go ahead.
Okay, so before we go back into the chat, we have Joseph. Joseph is on the panel as a guest here. Joseph, if you would like to unmute yourself and ask the question.
Thank you very much, Susie and Shirley. Your presentation was awesome, and also Mr. Redfern. My name is Joseph. I'm from Nigeria, and I really like the concept of ONPASSIVE. I've been familiar with MLM for quite a while, but when I got the invitation for this webinar, I thought it was one of those MLM marketing schemes, and I wasn't interested. But listening to your presentation, I think I'm sold. And I'm an engineer by background, so I have an idea of what artificial intelligence and machine learning is all about, and how we can use algorithm to project all kinds of scenarios that we want to achieve. Now, directly to my question is, you are inviting us to become founders, founding member or founders of this ONPASSIVE company that you're trying to launch. Now, by joining or by signing up as a member, does that entitle you as an equity stake in the company, or how does this give you an ownership part of the company? I just want to be clarified on that.
Okay, who would like to respond?
Okay, Red, you want it? I can take it.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Well, no, go for it, Charles. You're there first.
Okay. So Joseph, what Mofara, the CEO, is doing, okay, is giving us founders the opportunity to share in his profits. This company belongs solely to the Mofara family, right? However, we the founders, because we are coming in before launch, we are considered founding members, right? People that come in after launch, they can come in as customers and or resellers, right? They're not going to be founders. So we have the opportunity to see the products, test the products before the public, okay? We have the opportunity to build our teams if we want to, not necessary because they're going to build for us, I want to say, okay? And then he's going to share the profit with us, all of us, and not just a small percentage, not 10, 15, 20%, something like 60, 65%. He's going to share with us. So, okay, so if there is a lawsuit or something that needs to happen, you and I are out of it. We're not owners. We're not part owners, okay? But we are going to share in the profits of the company. So that's what it does for us being founders. Does that answer your question?
That's great. Yeah, that answers. Okay. Then a little sub-question I just want to chip in. What will be the minimum investment portfolio for this program company?
Okay. We don't like to call it investment, right? It is not an investment. So here's what it is. It's subscription-based. I want you guys, not just for you, Joseph, for everybody. I want you guys to think about it. During my presentation, I said, I am paying Google, one of the companies I pay every month, around $400. Okay. I'm subscribed to them. I pay them every month. Just imagine, prior to Google becoming public, imagine that they call me and a few others, and I was a founder of Google, and that's subscription-based business. And then Google told me that, hey, when we launch, you don't have to pay anything, but you can use it, right? And then those people that pay every month, as they pay monthly, we give you residual income because we're going to position them under you. This is what ONPASSIVE is doing. We're going to have all these products. We're going to have people that come and subscribe every month. But because you are a founder of it before we launch, you won't have to pay every month. But you can use the services, all of them. In addition to that, when these people pay every month, because we're going to position them under each and every one of you founders, we will give you residual income month in, month out. It has never been done. It's unheard of. It's almost too good to be true. But it is true.
Okay.
All right.
Is that it, Joseph, for your question?
So what is the minimum subscription amount to? How much?
$97.
To be a founding member, how much do you have to pay?
$97. I said that when I said how much do we have to pay. You pay one time for $97 to become a founder, and the next payment you'll have to pay is when we launch to the world, which is going to be $200 to $250. Exactly. This is it. Okay. Ash Mufareh, what he is doing, as Charles said, this is the correction to corruption. We want people to be with us. We don't want to price ourselves out the market. We want the average person to be in a position where they are the ones who are going to make the money, not the gurus, not the affiliate marketers, not the people at the top, not the ones with the money. The average person who has tried online, not succeeded through no fault of his own. They've either been ripped off, they've been scammed, the company's gone down. We want to give a level playing field for absolutely everybody, and it is being priced as an affordable level playing field for everybody.
Wonderfully said, Red. Thank you. Well, Joseph, we
Very
hope
much
you
indeed.
jump on board with the rest of us, and then you'll be provided with even more information as a founding member in the back office. So thank you for
Thank you very
joining
much.
us. Yep, before we go
Okay,
to
thank you very
the,
much. Yep.
yep, before we go to the chat, we have Mark Arthur from Brooklyn, New York. If you'd like to unmute yourself, Mark Arthur, and ask your question. Just go down to the microphone that is red and click on it and it will turn green. It's down in the lower left of your screen if you're on a computer. Maybe someone. Okay, well, while you're waiting to figure out the unmuting, we have Bridget. Bridget, if you'd like to ask your question. Hello, Bridget. Everyone's being a little shy. Okay, we'll go to Harvey Green. Oh, there's Bridget. Bridget. Okay, hi, Bridget.
How are you?
Welcome. Do you have a question for the panel?
When I want to become a millionaire? No,
Pardon?
I just got it from a friend. She told me about it, so I'm just kind of querying. Like, is it like it's legitimate? It is really like it is. It's quite legitimate, is it?
Yeah, okay, I'll take that, Bridget. We were first registered all the way back in November of 2018 in Orlando, Florida, as an SSL, American company. And we've subsequently been registered in January of this year in India as a limited company. This gives us the legal right to operate anywhere in the world online. It's a bit like you don't ask if Apple are legal to operate around the world. You don't ask Zoom to operate around the world legal. Okay, they all have the same licenses as we've got. Okay, so there is no legitimate reason for you to doubt what we're saying here. There is, if you want to go searching online, there is legal documentation about if you want to do all that. But to your answer, yes, we are legal.
Oh, I know. Yeah, just was it when it goes to soft launch, you pay $250? Is this?
That's correct. No, not soft launch, main launch.
Yeah, and then would you get how long does it get paid? Like you probably only get paid a certain amount a month. Is it? You get paid monthly or what is this?
Okay, what happens is when we are close to the main launch period, in fact, actually when we're in the soft launch period, you will be requested to set up a thing called your O wallet. This is your payment gateway. Okay, and within that, you have to obviously do the security checks and all the rest of it to set up the online payment gateways. And you will be able to add your bank accounts, you'll be able to add cryptocurrency addresses and various other forms of withdrawal methods depending on your country. You're in Southern Ireland, I take it, yeah?
Yeah, I'm in Southern Ireland. And you don't mind me asking, how much is it a month in you guys? Is it like, it depends on the...
As Charles said, you only pay twice. Once to become a founder, which is $97 US. The next time you have to pay out of pocket is when we launch to the world, and that is between $2 and $250 US. After that, you're good to go. That's it. No more.
She wants to know, Red, how much you earn. So Bridget, is that correct? You want to know how much you're gonna earn, right? I like that.
Okay. I'm sick of working.
Sorry, couldn't hear.
So here's the thing, right? If someone tells you, Bridget, that I'm gonna build you something basic, a restaurant, nice restaurant, right? Can you tell how much you're gonna earn every month or every week?
No,
not really, right? But you know that if it's in a busy area, you're gonna make good money, correct?
Yes. So
it's the same kind of thing. We are gonna get paid every day as customers purchase a subscription.
Yes.
Right? How many customers are gonna purchase? We don't know, but we do know it's gonna be a lot, right? So we do know the projection is first year about 100 million customers. That's big conservative. So 100 million customers, and we are under 1 million founders. that are going to benefit from all those subscriptions, you can begin to think how much it is that you're going to make. It's going to be substantial.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll increase with time, okay?
Yeah, I know. Yes, but that's fine. But you think will they launch by Christmas, or you don't?
Oh yeah,
You can't
I
say?
believe so. I believe so.
Yeah.
I'm already
believe so.
planning. I'm already planning an amazing, awesome Christmas. Okay.
Me and Charles are having the biggest party ever going.
That's right. Big party, Christmas party.
Hey, how about me? How about
You
me?
too, Susie.
Anybody?
I love when people ask if it's a scam or if it's legitimate, and I just say,
Oh, I did
do I
that.
look like the type of person who would be involved in something? Exactly. It's like, anyway. Do you have any other
I've got
questions,
dodgy
Bridget?
written all over me. I have across here.
Yeah.
Oh, but thanks very
Well,
much.
we hope you join. We hope you join us,
I did.
Bridget. Thanks so much. Okay, Mark Arthur, if you could unmute yourself now. It looks like.
Hello.
Mark Arthur, there you are. Hi. How are you? Welcome. Do you have a question?
Yes, I have a question. My understanding is that you will have a product that will challenge Google. You will have another one that will challenge Facebook, another one that will challenge Zoom. Now, Microsoft with Bing, with all their power, money, manpower, and all that, they fail to challenge Google. Google, with all its money and power, failed to challenge Facebook. Actually, they're not even in the running. Bing is still in the running, but only 4% worldwide. So don't you think that it's kind of crazy to try to challenge those three things at the same time? Even one would be too much for you. So
Okay, I'm going to take this.
Crazy?
I love these kind of questions. Okay, you're obviously not thinking outside the box. You're still within your box. Now, take your mind back. You can probably think of this and remember these times as well when mobile phones first came out. Now, it's only 20 years ago. It's not even a long time ago when mobile phones came out. Now, when they first came out, the first one you had was the Motorola on a great big brick and all the rest of it. And then we moved on slightly to that. And Motorola brought out other ones, and there was Nokia and all these people. Now, Nokia was a fantastic phone. There was nothing wrong with Nokia. So why, if that's status quo to what you're saying right now, why did Nokia get knocked off their mantle by Apple? The simple reason is because another company came along with better technology, better interfaces, better usability than Nokia did. And that was called Apple. Now, when Apple first launched, they were laughed at. They didn't know exactly what you're saying here. Nobody thought that they could tackle that. I'll give you another example. Blockbuster and Netflix. Netflix approached Blockbuster to buy them. Blockbuster laughed them out of the office. A year later, Blockbuster went out of business because Netflix took over. Why did Netflix take over? Because they had a better product, a new product, a digital product that was easier to use and the customers wanted. ONPASSIVE is going to be exactly the same. Every single one of our products and services, we have built proprietary products and services only for ONPASSIVE. Yes, the idea is there, the same as the idea with a mobile phone, the same as the idea with Netflix, and the same as the idea with search engines, etc., etc. What we have done is we've integrated artificial intelligence. We've made it easier to use, better visuals, and we are going to get paid for using these products and services. Now, I'm not advocating at any moment that we are going to put these companies out of business. But one thing we will do is take market share. Now, the market share of all of our products that we have now, over 50, is over 4.4 billion people using a similar product and service that ONPASSIVE has. Just imagine if we have 5% of that market. I'm not talking 10%. I'm not talking 20%. I'm talking 5% of 4.4 billion people. Where do you think that's going to put us when we launch?
Okay.
Thanks, Red. But I want to clarify something for Mr. MacArthur, because he seems confused. He's comparing apples to oranges. So let me say this. He started off by saying Microsoft could not compare with Google. They're in different markets, okay? Microsoft started way before Google. They started with personal computers, different markets altogether. Google came in, and before Google came in, there were other search engines. So Google is a search engine, Mr. MacArthur. But before they came in, there was Yahoo prior to that, okay? There was AOL prior to that. So they came in as a search engine optimizer. They took a lot of market share because they have latest technology. Now, Google does not compete with Facebook, okay? Because Facebook is not into search engine optimization. Facebook into what we call community, okay? So other companies have come to compete with Facebook, right? But it has to be in that space of social media community. So these are different things that, you know, so what ONPASSIVE is doing, using the latest technology, like Red just said, and we're having something that will deal with community. We're having something that will deal with search engine optimization, and we're having something that will deal with every one of these different areas at a higher level, okay? And like he said, we're gonna get our own fair share. I hope that clarifies some things. You can go ahead if you have any more questions.
Okay. First of all, you said something I can say. Microsoft is in many different the type of businesses, right? But I'm talking specifically about one product that is the same kind of product that Google has, like a search engine. I'm talking search engine to search engine.
Okay, now, Bing. So you're talking about Bing, right?
I'm talking about Bing. So I'm not talking about Microsoft, which is in many different things. I'm talking about specific product.
Okay, now, good. Let me address that then.
No, when it comes to Google, I'm also talking about a very specific product that they had to challenge Facebook. I'm not talking about Google, the search engine.
Okay, so
Facebook doesn't have a search engine.
So let me answer your questions, okay? First and foremost, nobody's challenging anybody, all right?
By the way, you said that I was confused, but now I clarify that. So am I confused or not?
Okay, you are not confused, all right? But let me now make sure that I answer your question so that you get it, okay? All right. So, like I said, Microsoft bought Bing, right? Google was already in the business.
Well, first of all, that's not true. Microsoft did not buy Bing. That's not correct, okay?
Okay, so what is correct?
That is not correct. No, Microsoft had developed that from I forgot MSN before and things like that. Microsoft did not do those things.
Okay, so who owns Bing?
No, they developed that from scratch from previous thing that they had. No, Microsoft.
So anyway, that's unimportant, my friend. That's not the point here. The point.
No, but you said something that I heard when you said that, but that is not correct.
Okay, so
like the same way for Internet Explorer, Microsoft had developed that. When you say, for instance, you have 200 engineers in India, but Microsoft, Google, they have thousands and thousands of the very best. And
not in the beginning, though.
Of what you're saying.
Okay, so they did not have that in pre-launch. Okay, Paul Allen. Let me tell you something. Paul Allen
competing with them now with thousands and thousands of engineers. Okay, so this is crazy.
All right.
And the other thing also is that you're not doing just challenging Google, you're challenging Google at the same time that you're challenging Facebook and Zoom and what else. So I said, wait a minute, am I in this world or not?
Okay. Let me just stop you there, okay? I'm going to say this very politely. We are not after convincing anybody here, okay? We are not in the convincing game. If you don't,
because you want my $97, and this is all there is in this business.
I personally $97. I don't care.
Multiply that by a few millions. This is how the money is made.
No, you are absolutely wrong.
There's not going to be any product.
Okay, thank you very much for your time. You are completely wrong.
So, Red, let me just tell him like this: keep your $97, my friend. We don't need it.
Yeah, okay? Exactly. We don't need it.
Have a great time.
And for the people,
you are very
And for the people who have just listened to this, I'll put in the chat a link for who actually bought Bing, so you can go onto Google and click it, and it will quite clearly say there that Microsoft bought Bing. Okay, we'll have the next question.
Well, yes. I just removed him, so that's okay. That discussion shouldn't have happened here, so we apologize, but you guys handled it very well. I'm going to hand over the Q&A to the rest. No. It's okay. That's okay. You know, like we said, we're not here to convince, pester, or pressure. And sometimes there's people who enjoy an argument, and that's not what we're about. So you guys handled it beautifully. Unfortunately, I need to go pick up my parents, so I'm going to hand over the Q&A to you guys, but enjoy the rest. The next is, we have Harvey Green can unmute himself, and after that, Ayuba, and I know Lanry will help bring people on. Thank you, fellas.
Thanks, Susie.
Thank you, Charles.
Thanks, Susie. Thank you.
Have fun.
Hey, Susie. Okay. All right. We have Ayuba. Are you there? Harvey Green. Okay. Harvey Green, are you there? Harvey Green. Beatrice Osong. Wow. Mr. Charles. Beatrice Osong, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Good evening.
Go ahead, Beatrice.
Yes, thank you very much for having me. I'm so excited to be a part of ONPASSIVE. And I have a question that's been bugging me. This is my third meeting I'm attending.
Hello, Beatrice.
Yes.
Hello, Beatrice.
Yes, I'm hearing.
Please confirm you are a guest or a founder.
Just said that.
Are you a guest or a founder?
Okay, I'm a guest.
Oh, you haven't signed up yet?
Okay.
I'm intending founder. I'm intending founder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So go ahead with your question, please.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. The question I have, the most pressing question I have, the person that introduced me to ONPASSIVE actually stays in Lagos while I am in Abuja. I have not met him physically yet. And the way Nigeria is, I don't know, committing my $97 to somebody and how I'm going to make my payment has been a thing of bother for me since Tuesday, the last meeting I attended, I made up my mind to pay. So I don't know how I'm going to go about doing my payment. That is number one question. Then number two question, I'm wondering, this founder payment and so on, is this something we can call, how do I put it now? My mind is failing me. What we call, like what you pay to become a somebody that started a company, that you get dividend. What do they call that now? I'm forgetting.
Shareholder.
Share, exactly. Thank you, Red. Now,
Okay,
is it a share amount that you are paying or what? Those are my two questions. Thank you.
Okay. I wasn't paying attention, but I did hear you. I did hear you ask if it's like being a shareholder, right? So,
yeah, that was the second question. The first question was the first question. She's in Nigeria. Her sponsor's in Lagos, and she's concerned about how she is going to pay. Now, I was leaving that part to you because you understand how the payments in Nigeria all work. And I don't mind taking the second part.
As a matter of fact, Larry, go ahead and tell her how to pay. Because Larry is in Nigeria, okay, Beatrice?
Beatrice?
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, Beatrice, how are you?
I'm fine.
Beatrice,
thank you.
you don't need to give your money to you don't need to give your money to anybody. You make the payment by yourself. The only thing you need from the person that introduced you to this business is their link. They will send the link to you. You will use it to register. and you use it to make the payment by yourself. You don't give your money to anybody.
All right. Okay. Okay. Thank
And
you.
The second question about the shareholder and what a founder is. We are looking for founders, visionaries, people who see what ONPASSIVE can be. And in return, we are partnering Ash Mufareh in his endeavors. So you're not a shareholder, you are a founder. And in return, Ash Mufareh will drive traffic for us. He will get customers for us. He will convert these all automatically without you having to do anything. And this is what he is doing for us to found this company we call ONPASSIVE. So you're not a shareholder as such, you are a founder, and there is different perks for being a founder. For instance, we will get different traffic sources to customers and resellers. There will be bonuses, there will be other goodies that we don't know about now. Plus, there is also going to be other add-ons and bonuses from the company direct to founders as well that other customers and resellers don't get. So it really is the early bird catches the worm scenario to be a founder with ONPASSIVE. And we sincerely hope you do join us, Beatrice.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay. Thank you, Beatrice. I've asked Ave to unmute, same as Aruna, but I don't know why they are not. Ave, Green, and you unmute yourself. Aruna, can you please? Ayuba, can you? Okay. Okay. Raquel Montana, please unmute yourself. Raquel? Wow. Mr. Charles, I don't know. Is it from my hand?
No, it's not from your end.
Raquel Montana, can you unmute?
How you doing? I'm sorry.
Wow. Oh, great. Thank you.
I just wanted to say thank you to the panelists. You gave your time. You shared your knowledge with us. And it's very informative. And I am so grateful to you for that. And because of that, I am going to be a founder. I will join. Okay. Yes, I will. And it's a choice that I'm going to make, not just for myself, but for all of the ones that I do love. So they're all going to join as well.
Raquel,
Thank
do you have
so
fantastic, Raquel?
What you do?
Does your video come on, Raquel?
It's Raquel.
I know. Can we see your face?
Oh,
like to see your face.
My camera has a filter on it. But yeah,
okay.
I can send. Yes, as soon as I'm able to get it taken off because it's a new phone for me.
Okay, it's no problem. Next time. So here's what I want to tell you though. If you sign up before Monday, so today is Saturday, right?
Yes.
On Monday at 2 p.m. we have a meeting for founders only, right?
Yes.
It is usually very informative. I know you are going to be a new founder, so you may not have questions, but you may just sit and listen to the founders ask questions and listen to the responses. And you will learn a lot, and I bet you'll be glad you did. So go ahead and sign up before Monday, and then in your back office, we're going to post, you go to Leadership Council and Webinar tab, either one. We're going to post the meeting ID for Monday because it's private.
That's fantastic. Okay. I look forward to it.
Okay, Raquel.
Thank you.
Raquel, it's nice having you on board. And please, as soon as you sign up, make sure you join one of our platforms, WhatsApp or Telegram group, and you can be up to date. Nice having you here.
All right.
You're welcome. Yuba, I may have to remove you from the panel as well as Avi Green because I've asked you to unmute repeatedly. You've not. So, Ravinder Singh, please can you unmute yourself? Ravinder Singh. Okay, good.
Hello.
Hey, Ravinder.
Go ahead, Ravinder.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
I want to ask that is ONPASSIVE registered in India because someone was asking me that we can't search it on Google. Could you please explain
yes,
about
it is.
that?
Yeah, January of this year as a limited company.
Does that answer your question, Ravinder?
My question is that sir, someone is asking me that ONPASSIVE is not registered in India.
So Red just said January of this year it was registered. Okay.
As a limited company in India, in Hyderabad.
We have office in Hyderabad, I know, but as we searched on Google, we didn't find about ONPASSIVE. Is it registered or not?
Okay, Google is a search engine. It is not a research engine. If I register my company, Google doesn't automatically know that I've registered my company. So we are telling you that it was registered January of this year. If that's not good enough for you, you can go do your own research. If you still don't like it, don't join. It's that simple. We're not begging people to join. Okay?
That's not the matter.
All right.
The document. Thank you. The documentation is there if you really want to find it. So we're not hiding it.
How many times have you been using Facebook, YouTube? Did you go to see if they are registered? By the way, do you go to see if Microsoft, Apple are registered? No. We are telling you that we are legit. We are legitimate. We are legal. If you don't want, it's a $97 decision. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. Okay? It's that simple.
Okay, thank you, Ravinder. Okay, Mr. Charles, I'm trying to take Ave and Ayuba back to the attendees. Please, can you help me with that? Same thing as Ravinder, so I'm trying to promote others to panelists. You're muted, Mr. Charles.
No, I said go ahead and do the promotion. I'll take those out that have been.
Thank you. I'm doing the promotion.
Is Harvey Green around?
I've been calling him for a while.
Okay, let me take him out. Maybe he's.
Maybe he may have raised his hand in error.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to promote as well, Mr. Charles. I think I may need your assistance as well. Red, can you try?
What do you want me to try?
Yeah, try and promote a few people.
Yeah.
I have Krishna in. Krishna, please, can you unmute yourself and go ahead? Red, please go ahead and put in about 3-4 people more.
No problem.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir.
How are you doing, Krishna? Please go ahead. Are you a guest?
Yeah, good evening, sir. Good evening to everyone.
Good evening.
Yeah, sir. How you are? How you people are?
Doing good. How are you?
Very good, sir. I am from Hyderabad, India.
Okay. All right. Good to see you.
So my advance wishes to you all for your Independence Day in US on 4th of July.
Thank you.
Yeah, sir. Nice to see you all watching your webinars all the times and enjoying.
All right. So you're a founder, right?
Yeah, so I am founder. Thank you very much.
So that's I got it, Larry. So you're gonna be here on Monday?
Yeah, definitely I'll come on webinar, sir.
Okay.
So fantastic. Great. See you then.
Yeah, see you, sir. Bye. Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye. Okay, bye. Red, please, I need your help to bring in a few people.
Yeah, I've already brought some in. I'll bring some more in.
Okay.
Sometimes Zoom acts up, okay? So it's not your fault, Larry.
Yeah.
Zoom is acting up.
Wow.
But I think these people, some of these people look familiar. I think, for example, like Marilyn, I believe Marilyn is the founder.
I'm trying to bring people in, and it's saying change role to panelist, and nothing's happening.
Yeah, like I said, Google. So once somebody does that, like Susie was doing it, and then all of a sudden somebody else does it, I think Zoom doesn't really very well. So that's
okay. I'm having people decline to the panelists.
Okay, that's fine.
So I'm going through the list, and people are declining. So if you're already a founder, please
okay, so
decline.
they can put their questions on the chat also if you
Okay.
if you really have a question.
Let me go there right now.
I've asked everybody who had their hand up to be on the panelist, and people have declined. So if nobody comes in,
so
then
Daryl has
they're
come in. Daryl Silas has come in. So Daryl,
all the 8 that had their hand up.
Okay, while you're trying to get Daryl, somebody said, "How can I make the payment?" We have attended to that. How can I invest? Somebody 259323 259623 says, "How can I invest?"
Yeah, I sent the message underneath him.
Thank you.
okay. So I think Daryl's video is on. Can you unmute yourself now and ask your question, sir? You can click the mute button. There you go.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. So my question is, I actually am a guest. I was told to jump on the call this morning. I looked at the video that a gentleman sent me. Actually wanted me to take a look at it. I looked at it. So my question is, as a founder now, as you guys are launched, you guys are in your pre-launch, and that $97, that's a one-time payment, right? And that payment, I know once you guys go into your launch, is there going to be a subscription for the founders, a monthly subscription for keeping it activated? And when we get our customers, basically by just sharing the link with them, that's all we do, or do we recruit anyone, or how does it all work?
Charles, take it away.
All right. So yeah, your $97 you pay, that makes you a founder. Okay. When we go into main launch, you come out of pocket again one time. We don't have an exact figure. We do know it's going to be around $250. Okay. And once you pay that, that gives you access to all the services that we have. In other words, the video conferencing, the VPN, everything that we have, you have access to it. Now, that is a monthly subscription. Okay. However, because we are founders, we're only going to pay one time out of pocket. And then AI goes to work. You don't have to share your link. AI will be sharing your link on your behalf. It's all done for us. Okay. So think about it. So Daryl, for example, will go public launch today. The company builds a website, darylsilas.com, whatever name you choose. Okay. They put all those products, they advertise all those products on your link, on my link, on Larry's link, on Red's link, all of us. Okay. And they are driving customers to each and every one of us on our websites. And these customers come in, they look at it. Some may opt in, some may not. Those that don't opt in, our autoresponder kicks in, goes to them, sends them email once a day, every 24 hours, say, hey, we hope that you're still thinking about it. This product is great, blah, blah, blah. So it's going to follow up until they sign up. Once they sign up, because they're signing up through your link, they become your customer. As they pay that monthly subscription, you get a commission, right? So as time goes on, you get more customers that are coming through your link. Your commission increases with time every day. So the first 30 days, the commission that you make, they're going to use it to pay that monthly subscription on your behalf. And then the balance you can take home.
Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense.
All right.
Okay.
It's a no-brainer, man.
Yep.
It is a no-brainer.
Okay.
Actually, it is a no-brainer. And by the way, my last name is pronounced Sales, not Salas.
Oh, yeah, Sales. Oh, wow.
See. Sales, just like selling, just like sales something. My last name is Sales. It's just spelled S-A-Y-L-E-S.
So
Cool.
All right, so you're gonna be a good salesman, I guess. I'm just messing with you.
Hey, I do my very best. I do my very best. But thank you guys. And I'm out of Texas, by the way. I'm in Dallas.
Oh, you're out of Texas? All right. Where in Texas?
Yeah.
I'm in Dallas. Well, actually, I'm in McKinney, Texas.
Oh, okay. I was in
Oh,
McKinney
okay.
just like 4 weeks ago or so.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Next time
So,
I
Great to
come,
have you
next
on
time I
board,
come by,
Darryl.
I'll get to you. Hopefully you'll join us.
I'm actually planning on it. I'm really strongly leaning towards that.
Good man.
Well, we'll see you when you get there. We'll see you on this big revolutionary train, okay?
Okay, thank you guys. And
All right.
I'll turn it back over to you guys. I'll mute myself.
Okay.
Thank you, Darryl.
All right. Okay. Ave Green apologized, said his hand was raised in error and he wasn't meant to raise. That was Ave Green.
I
Okay.
think that's it all for the hands raised because I invited every single one on and everybody's declined except for Darryl.
Okay. So Asamoah.
Okay, we have Asamoah Manuel. Okay, good. Go ahead, Asamoah.
Yeah, good evening, my gentlemen.
Good evening. How are you?
And fellow investors.
Are you a founder, Asamoah?
Yeah, we thank God for this opportunity.
Emmanuel, are you a founder, please, Emmanuel?
Yeah, my founder. I registered.
Okay.
Hold on, Larry. You registered, okay, 10 days ago. Okay. Have you been to a guest webinar before?
No, I haven't. This is my first time, but last week, Sunday, the Ghanaians in Germany do a webinar to us, like 40 minutes. They talk to us, and I myself, I do understand a lot of businesses, so I don't need to dig before I'll say I will do. Once I heard I'll become a founder of such a big company, then I have to register. So
okay.
I registered, and I'm thinking I'm going to register my wife and my 2 kids also. But my question is like you answered something like that, but I still need to ask.
Okay.
What is our position in the company? What are we going to do after the launch? Are we going to sell things, or are we going to call people to come and buy the product, or what our main work as a co-founders in this company?
I know you're wondering how can they be paying you when you're not working, right?
Oh no, not just that. I want to know that after the launch, I have to do something. Then I get to prepare myself. I have to call people. I have to let people know about it or something like that.
Okay, I'll take this.
Okay.
I like this question actually because it is one thing that I thought of myself as well when I first joined. I was thinking it can't really be me doing nothing and I'm going to get money for doing nothing. It doesn't make sense. I've never been involved in anything like this before, and quite frankly, it feels a bit strange, really. You know, I'll be making some money and not doing anything. ONPASSIVE is 100% automated, done for you. And the reason we say this is because that is correct. It is. We are actually physically paying the company to do everything for us. We're paying the company to give us a domain name, build a website, market for us, drive traffic, convert them, and put them, the customers, underneath us. Okay, so that aside, you don't have to do anything and you will earn a residual income. Of course, it will take time to build that residual income because the company are doing it all for it. So you only have the control of the company of how many people they are bringing in. And they will bring people in. There's no way or shadow of a doubt that they will bring people in. Obviously, if you have a financial goal for where you want to get to, then what do? It's a bit like if you've got, if you go and see a fantastic movie, what do you want to do? You want to tell everyone about it, don't you? If you go to a great restaurant, you want to tell everyone about it because it's a great restaurant. Now, ONPASSIVE is exactly the same. It's a great business. So we are giving you also the opportunity after launch and before launch, because you're a founder, to share this opportunity. After launch, if you want to continue sharing it with people, you can do. Your links are still there. There is going to be other publications and other bits of media that you can share with lots and lots of people, and you can invite them to have a look. And guess what? They're going to click on your link and they're going to become part of your customer base. And that is exactly what you do. You don't have to do anything, but if you want to cut those time frames to get to your financial goals, then get out there. You seem a pretty bright bloke. You want to do something. This is exactly for you. If you want to do it, you can build a really, really big customer base beneath you now before launch and when we launch, because you want to get out there and tell people about it. Use the links, invite people to stuff like this now, and after launch, continue doing the promotion for ONPASSIVE on your own behalf. I hope that answers your question.
Okay, yeah, very well, very well. But I want to know, you said we should, after the launch, we can still bring people as our customers.
Yep.
That we bring people to register again or to buy the product.
Okay, let me take that right. Let me just say that. I want to give an analogy so he can understand. So as Samoa, let's take you and let's take me, right? Let's say ONPASSIVE launches today. What are they going to be doing? And again, this is for everybody out there. The AI is going to be bringing customers. When people come in after launch, they're going to come in as customers, meaning they're going to subscribe to the services, the products, right? And then we'll give them ONPASSIVE, we'll give them a chance to become a reseller if they want, or they can just remain as customers. Okay? If they decide to become resellers, that means they can start earning income because ONPASSIVE is going to continue to bring customers under them as well and under us. Now, to go back to what you asked previously, let's say okay, let's say that the first 2 months, for example, let's say ONPASSIVE brings 10 customers per founder. Let's just say that. And it took them 2 months to do that, right? Within those 2 months, you can just be having fun, and then they're going to come back again for round 2 to bring more customers to you, right? And you're having fun, and your customer base is increasing as time goes on. But me, on the other hand, I can say, well, you know what? These products are so great. The webinar platform is great. Everything is great. And I can share to people that I know or to my social media connections. By the time they come back for that second round, I have even more customers. Are you with me? So I'm not sitting and waiting, but you can do that too. And ultimately, eventually, right, you're going to get so many customers making enough money to be financially comfortable, right? And I'm going to do the same, but I might just get comfortable sooner than you. Are you with me? Because
yeah, okay, please. Yeah. Customers to buy the product or customers to register under me so that I am going to be higher and the money they registered, I'll be getting percentage.
No, so the customers buy the product, but they are positioned under you. So let's say Larry is a customer that came in through your website, right?
Okay.
He will place under you, but he's buying the products. So it's the same thing.
Okay, that is where I want to get understanding very well.
Okay, all right.
Customer to buy the product, so I can go to my village and tell all the people that there is a product, this and this and this, and they will register under my
your link,
my link and buy the product, and I'll be having commissions.
That's correct.
Okay, thank you very well.
ONPASSIVE will be adding onto your customer base also using AI.
Thank you very well.
You're very welcome.
Very well. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Emmanuel. But the most important thing for Emmanuel is there's a founders only meeting on Monday. Here, there is a Q&A, there's update, we get to ask questions. And if it requires a proprietary information, you'll be supplied. Please try and come to the founders only webinar on Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right. Prince Emmanuel, are you there? Unmute yourself. Okay.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Very well.
All right. Yeah. I'm one of the founders in this platform. Yeah.
Prince, how long have you been a founder, please?
I think I've been a founder like 3 months or so. Yeah, barely 3 months.
Okay, you want to come to our founders only webinar, right, Emmanuel?
Yeah, but I have a question to ask, if you don't
Is it a
mind.
founder type question? Because we are questions that we don't want to be responding. We don't want to overwhelm our guests with questions. That's why we create a meeting for founders.
No. It's not a founder's
Okay,
question.
go ahead then.
It's a question that also benefit the guests, I guess.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm kind of asking her, is it can I have like 10 accounts with my name, same phone number, but different email?
That's correct. Yes.
The same name, the same name.
Everything else, okay. Everything else can be the same. You can have Prince Emmanuel 100 times, just a different email. The email is what we call unique identifier, right? So
Okay,
for those of you in databases, that means your primary key.
Yeah.
As long as that is different, everything else can be the same.
Okay. So and also I need to have access to that email, right?
Of course. Yes. It has to be your email. You can create as many emails as you want. And you have once you create them, you have access to them.
Okay. And assuming and I have to register them under my own link.
That will be best.
Okay.
So you are the sponsor of those other accounts.
Yeah. And I'll be getting paid in all of them.
Oh yes.
When
individually, yeah, exactly.
That
so
means
each one, of course, you will. I trust that you will.
Wow,
you didn't know that all this while?
Pardon?
You did not know that for these past 3 months that you've been founder?
No. Although I don't really have time to join the webinar.
Oh no, find time, my friend. You have time to do other things that are not gonna make you a millionaire. You don't have time to. Are you kidding me? Look for time, okay?
All right, no problem.
You gotta be kidding. Yes. Okay, so I'll see you on Monday. I'll see you on Monday at 2 p.m. Yes.
Yeah. Emmanuel, okay. Prince, as I told Asamoah, please remember, founders only meeting Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern. Please
Sure. I'll be there.
All right. Adekunle, please go ahead and unmute yourself. Red, please, can you help me take Emmanuel? Okay, Emmanuel to the two Emmanuels back to the.
Yep. Yeah, we'll take them. We'll take care of that, Larry. You go ahead and do your thing.
Okay. Prince Adekunle, please go ahead.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate your efforts in educating us on what ONPASSIVE is all about. I have a few questions for clarification. The gentleman that invited me is a Nigerian. He's here in Nigeria, and he's tried to do a wonderful job. So I think I have a passable idea of what's going on. First, I want to know, what is the percentage of bonus that is expected from signups? I hope you get the question, because all my effort to get him to disclose to me seems to be abortive. Either he doesn't know or he doesn't want to share.
Okay,
so I want to know.
We'll get 0%. Let me just. I know you're asking. This is not an MLM, so we don't. We are bringing people in, right? Number one is because we wanted to benefit from this company when we launch, right? And for me particularly, I have a big family, like I said earlier. If I didn't say it, but I do have a big family in the United States, outside of the United States. And once I see something like this, I want all of them to come and make their own money. Why? Because if they don't, they're gonna shortchange me. When we launch, I have to dish out to them from my pocket. I don't want that, right? I want them to have their own money. So I invite them to come in. And also, more importantly, in accordance with our CEO's vision, even though I had seen that, once I saw it, I said to myself, this is an opportunity for everybody, okay, to make the world a better place, starting from your own village, from where you live, which means that
it's as if you did get my point.
I get your point.
My
I'm
point
getting there.
is,
I am getting there.
Do you get rewarded for being a member of ONPASSIVE?
That's what I'm getting
what is the
right?
Okay, all right.
I just want you to understand the vision. I'm getting there.
Okay, all right.
So now, once we get people, our friends and family, like Zig Ziglar says, right? You help enough people get what they want, you will eventually get what you want. So here's what happens.
Right.
Okay, so upon launch, right, ONPASSIVE is going to be building our customer base, right? For every founder. So let's assume that it's sort of like, let's say Red came to me and you, Mr. Adekunle, right? I'll just call you Kunle, because that's
okay. That's fine.
So Red is an architect, and he comes to you, Kunle, and says, Kunle, I'm gonna build you a 10-story building. Starting December 1st. And he comes to me and says, Charles, I will build you identical 10-story building starting December 1st. But by the time Red comes on December 1st, I have already said, well, I have 5 or 6 months. Let me do the foundation. I finish the foundation. Let me even do the first story. By the time he comes, I only have 9 stories left. By the time he comes to you, you haven't done anything. You say, anyway, he's going to do it for me, right? So he starts on the same day. In my case, he starts from 2nd story. In your case, he has to start the foundation. So it's going to take longer for you to arrive at the 10th story than me, right? Okay. Same thing ONPASSIVE is saying. We're going to build for everybody. What if I start off, I talk to 10 friends and family members? I mean,
I'm listening. Please go ahead.
No, it was a noise, so I was waiting for that noise.
Oh, sorry.
So they talk to 10 family members. I talk to, who then talk to 5, then talk to 10, 15. Before you know it, I have, let's say, 1,000 founders in my team before launch. Okay, and you wait.
Right.
You wait and say, oh, I'll just wait. Upon launch, I have 1,000 founders. Upon launch, you have 0. Guess what? What if ONPASSIVE, after 2 months, they were able to give everybody 10 customers? That means what? That means you're going to get 10 customers. I'm going to get 10 customers. But I have 1,000 other founders in my team that will get 10 customers each. That's 10,000 plus my 10. So my commission is based on 10,000 and 10 customers. Your commission is based on 10 customers. And I'm pretty sure commission on 10,000, 10 customers is a heck of a lot more than commission from 10 customers.
You're correct. But
that's what's up. So you will benefit in the long run because you
now,
have those.
what you have left out unsaid is what the commission is.
No, there's no percentage. So what I'm saying is you are looking for what percentage.
So there is no projection of what this is all about. Okay, for instance, I mean, this is conjectures. We're supposed to come in as founders with $97, right? Okay, so let's assume that is to build the team for us, and then when we subscribe, and then when you eventually what's called launch to the public, assuming I have built maybe like 100 people, what projection should I expect?
Okay, let me ask you: are you a mathematician?
No, I'm
just
not.
Simple question. Okay, that's fine.
I'm not.
But let me tell you what our CEO has said. Okay.
Okay.
And I was asking you that so that because you can do the math, and I'm pretty sure you are sharp enough to do the math. So he has said we're going to be paying around $250, about that every month.
Okay.
Subscription, even though we'll pay once, but that's a subscription, right? Okay.
Fair enough.
He has also said that once you pay 3, you break even. Okay. So what that tells me is that the commission per customer is going to be about 1/3 what that subscription fee is. I hope that answers your question.
It seemed to, but you are not very clear. But if I do the mathematics, if you say 1/3 of the 3, is it of the 3 subscription that should that is attached to me, also of my subscription?
Okay, so any subscription that is attached to you, whether you bring this person or whether it's ONPASSIVE that brings it, is the same.
So that's about 250. If you say it's
1/3 of 250, I said they say if you have 3 subscriptions, right?
Yes.
It is enough to cover your 250. No. Right. Okay. So what I'm saying is per subscription, you should be looking around 1/3. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'd just like to clarify, this is only on your personal people that you have underneath you.
Beautiful. That is good. That's a good
Okay.
clarification.
So
because
so
that
when we
brings
say
up the
personal,
question
all right.
of those that you say is it spillover or rollover, or those that are brought by those you brought in.
No, okay. So right. So when we say 3 underneath you, it doesn't mean that you have to be the one to bring the 3. I want you to understand that.
Okay.
So say somebody comes in, doesn't do anything, right? And the AI traffic brings somebody and puts under you, for example, that still qualifies. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, same. Yeah, 3 and it's free. It doesn't matter where the 3 comes from.
Okay, fair enough. Okay.
All right.
That's 3 that is directly placed under you.
That's
but what
correct.
about the next 3 to those 3, which is the 9?
I think you're asking
your
too
team?
much. We don't
No,
have
no, no. Those are just two key questions. Let me say this. I suppose you would agree with me that the average MLM-minded person or business person is in it for the money. The product might be wonderful. Do you understand? But at the end of the day, if I have an idea of what I could make, it will be another incentive for me to do more.
Okay. So what we are saying is
why I am trying to clarify what can I expect from this at the basic. I'm not asking for how big, but at least what is the minimum?
So let me just put it to you like this. Let me put it to you like this so you can be happy.
All right.
Or let me first of all ask you this. If you come into a business and you pay $97, for example, right? And you're a founder, and the company launches, say, 3, 4 months, 5 months down the road, and you pay $250 or thereabout, right? One time, out of pocket, one time. And this company is telling you that we're gonna give you, or we're gonna pay you commission every month, or every day even. But let's just say monthly for the rest of your life. And this commission, of course, because the more customers come in, the more you will get, right? And this commission is likely to increase. What would be a reasonable amount of money that you can say, oh, this is good?
Let me be fair to you. I'm just saying, I want to know what your company, organization have estimated or projected as the minimum you want to pay.
We don't give that information publicly. When you become a founder, you will know. As a guest now, right? I'm asking you, what would be acceptable to you?
Let me use the subscription as a base, what's it called, projection or calculation. I would say at least probably 25 would be reasonable.
$25, you mean?
Percent.
25% of what? Percent of what?
Of 250.
Okay, so 25% of 250, that's about $62, $62.50. So that will be reasonable for you every month, right?
Well, it depends. If it's something that I personally do, well, fine. But if it's something that other people do, that is not up to me to decide.
Tell me what would be acceptable for you if you personally do it.
I just told you, 25 will be reasonable.
Okay, so that's $62.50, right? Cents. Okay. So how about if I tell you that they would do it for you, right? And you will get way more than $62.50. Way more than $300 every month.
I'm not even doubting that. All I just want to know is what is the base amount I can use to project that, okay, this is a good investment that I can put across to my friends. I say, guys, look, come.
It is not an investment, my friend. That's why we're telling you.
It's not so much an investment.
Get in, you will know more. There's some information that's proprietary, okay? And we've said, Richard Branson, founder owner of Virgin Atlantic, is said, if someone offers you an amazing opportunity, but you don't understand it, jump on it and then begin to understand it as you go along. And here's what's even better, okay? With ONPASSIVE, that $97 is refundable. You have 30 days, okay? And you can say, oh, I don't want, this is not what I thought it was gonna be. I want my money back. No questions asked. we have a lot of proprietary information, right, that we cannot disclose to you in a public forum. As you can see, there was a gentleman just a moment ago, who knows, he might have been from Google, from Facebook, very, very upset that they're about to kick them out, and he's talking nonsense. So there are things that we don't discuss, we don't disclose.
Okay, so because of the competition now, you would rather not give us some other
Not even because of
information
competition, we just don't want the information that is proprietary. That's what I'm saying. When you become a founder, you'll be privy to that. Okay.
And if I as a founder am privy to it, that I can't disclose it to other what's it called, non-founders.
You can disclose it in your private bedroom or something, not in a public forum like this, because you don't know who's listening.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Then secondly, I also want to find out, when you talk about users of the product, now are the products going to have some free aspect to it? Because when you use Facebook and
The
Google,
simple
for
answer is
instance,
yes. The simple answer is yes. I know where you're going.
Okay, they're going to have some free.
Right. So basically, like I said, we have an arsenal of over 50 products, right? So we have free aspects to it. For example, we have a trimming listing that help you trim URLs, right? It does a lot of things. Part of it is free. We have products that are going to be free, like ONET. Some of the stuff is free, some of the features. Then if you want more, you're going to pay for more. So
Fine, fair enough. That's fine. And finally, what I wanted to ask about that product is, okay, so I want to assume, look, let me just say this is an assumption, that then you can decide what you want to use from the area of products, and then based on how much the company is requesting. But will it be up to the subscription monthly? Or
the monthly subscription, which is about $250, right?
Yeah.
It gives you access to everything that we have fully.
Okay, but if you don't want everything, then you can pick what you want.
You can pick one. Even not you, the founder though.
No, I'm just saying.
A customer can come in.
Exactly. Yeah.
A customer can come in and say, "I'm just interested in Academy or the webinar platform or whatever. I don't want the whole thing." And they'll pick that, but it's not cost effective in the sense that you may have more than 50 products for $250, for example. You may pick that one product and it may be $100 or $50 or $75. So it is not quite cost effective, but you can do that too if you want.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And that answers my last question, which is, aside from the bonus you could make from the what's it called, subscription of customers, being a founder, does it give you the privilege to earn besides the bonus, as in maybe the company makes money from adverts?
Yes, good question. I think you're thinking ahead. I like this guy. You say you're in Nigeria.
No, you don't have to see where the money is.
No. That's why I said I like this. I like your questions. It tells me that you are hungry and you are smart. So here's the thing. There was a webinar that I did. We called it Streams of Income. So, good question. We have guests here. I want you guys to start thinking about this. Facebook makes money from what? Advertisement, right? Mostly. Same thing with Google, all these different companies. Now, what ONPASSIVE is going to do, let's say we have 1 million founders upon launch, for example. That means 1 million websites, right, that are going to be out there. As customers, people are coming in, that's more websites. Because ONPASSIVE is not advertising onpassive.com. They're advertising kunle.com. They're advertising charles.com. They're advertising lanre.com and so on, right? So think about this. Let's say you are a company called Nike, and Nike wants to advertise on Facebook. Nike pays Facebook big money, and Nike advertises. For you and I to see that ad, right, we need to log on to Facebook to see that ad, right? Okay. What if Nike decides to advertise with ONPASSIVE? Well, guess what? At the Kunle or Kunle.com is all over. Let's say you're in Nigeria. It's there all over. Larry, the same ad is showing on Larry.com, showing on Charles.com in over 200 different countries that has founders or members. which one do you think has more reach? Is it Facebook or ONPASSIVE? I guess the answer is obvious. So here's what I'm saying. The more people or customers, like we said, our projection is what? About 100 million customers year one. Okay? So as more and more of these customers come in, we have our community. Our community is growing. Our advertisement budget goes up. And so that's another stream of income for the company. And the CEO has decided, I will just take enough for innovation, for expansion, for overhead, and the rest I will share with you guys. So that's another stream of income. As of today, we are using AWS, the cloud, Amazon Web Services, for storage. In the very near future, we expect to have our own data center. So we're going to be competing with what? Amazon, Microsoft, Azure, all of that. Well, guess what? We're going to store our stuff and we're going to be open to the market, to the public. That's another stream of income. Again, a bunch of it, maybe 60%, will be shared among us. So we're having all these different streams of incomes that are coming in, not just from bonus. The bonus is a small part, as a matter of fact.
Exclusive to founders.
No, not just founders and resellers. Founders and resellers, yes.
Okay. Okay. So finally, when can we expect to go public launch? That is the
I just said earlier, I don't know if you were here, that I'm expecting to have a very good Christmas. And that's because I think we'll be public by
Party.
Sorry, you said?
I said
me and Barty.
We're having a party,
having a party at Christmas.
Before a Christmas party. And the reason is because we expect to be public by then.
Okay.
Mr. Charles, I think we've given Adekule enough time.
But no, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I'm he's asked some good questions. Okay. I just want to stress that we believe that we are going to go public by Christmas. However, it may not happen because it's technology. I have been involved in a project with sending some satellite to launch. Okay. And we pushed that launch more than 15 times. Why? Because of a semicolon that was missing in the programming. So what I'm saying is we are optimistic. We are cautiously optimistic. I believe that we will go launch before Christmas. But I don't want you to come. Let's say something happens in January and say, oh, but Charles, you said we're going to go launch before Christmas. Nothing is cut in stone, okay? But it
would be nice for us to go launch and then be improving as we go ahead.
Of course. It will be nice, but we have to have a basic that makes sense, okay?
Yeah.
Before we can go launch.
Yeah.
Thank
you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, my name is William. I have a question.
William, are you a guest?
No, I'm a
the founder.
Founder, but there's
Are you still on? Are you still
Okay. Do we have any guests here? I see Maureen. No, Moses, your hand is up. Moses, can you unmute yourself if you're a guest, please? Founders, please, let's save our questions for Monday because we cannot stay here all day today. On Mondays, we usually stay all day, okay? And we're not going to do that today.
I have to go shortly as well, Charles.
Exactly. So, we're not going to stay all day today. You have to be a guest. Moses, go ahead.
Okay. Moses, go ahead, please.
Yeah. Yeah. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine. And you?
Okay. Go ahead.
I have a few questions, 2 questions. And the first one is that the person that I introduced, I just new for this number C. The person that introduced to me, he told me that I should give him my details so that he can register to me. And he also told me to give him my password, my Google password. So I was confused.
That's not good practice. Just tell that person to send you your link, okay? And you're gonna use a link, and you can do everything by yourself. You don't have to give them anything. Okay?
He sent the link. So he told me to give my name and my email password.
No, don't do that.
No.
All right.
Just click on the link that he's given you, the digital link. Okay, that will open up a page where you fill in your own details, and then you can go on to pay.
Okay, thank you for that.
All right. Any other question?
Your other questions?
Okay.
Okay, Better. I have Better here. Better, are you there? Unmute yourself.
Right. Feel free
Better.
to leave whenever the time is here. I will handle the remainder, and then
Okay,
thanks for
Charles,
coming.
thank you.
Really appreciate that.
Team D2. Team D2, are you there? Team D2?
Better is here.
Okay, go ahead, Better.
Yeah, thank you very much for the opportunity. I want to thank all of you. It's been very, very informative. I had one question, but after listening to some of the other questions, I have another question. Now, from what the other guests asked, you can have 100 emails under your name. Does that mean at the time of launching, you have to pay 250 by that 100 emails?
Let me ask you. Yeah, that's
Correct.
correct, right? But I always like to ask this question so that people just think a little bit. If you only want to pay one time, say 250, right? Why do you need 100 other emails or 100 other accounts? Let me put it that way.
No, I just want to understand. I'm just taking a 100 as not a figure. But
Right.
what if you want to open 2, 3?
Okay, that's good. I say let's go to 2, 3. Why would you need 2, 3? I guess the answer, what I'm getting at, is because you're trying to make twice the amount of money or 3 times the amount of money, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so therefore you have to pay 3 times the subscription, because otherwise everybody will be opening 3, 4, 5, even 10, even 100, just to make it 100 times, 10 times. So what we are saying is each account is independent of each other, even though it's the same name.
That's all I just wanted to understand.
That's good. That's good. But sometimes, let me say this: when we ask a question, there might be others that are thinking the same way. That is why I try to explain it so that everybody else who is thinking that same thing may get it. Okay, even though you might have gotten it already.
Okay, my other question I had is, does this have any age limitation to become a member?
I'll let Red take that.
Yep, there is an age limit. There is, depending on your country, it's basically between 16 and 18 years old. The criteria is a very simple one. It is the legal age to own a business in your country. So whatever the legal age to own a business in your country, that is it for ONPASSIVE. Now, many people have bought accounts for underage people who are below 16, and they are running that account for that person. You can do that as well. When you sign your NDA, one of the tick boxes at the bottom is to say that you are running that account for somebody else. So for instance, if you wanted to buy an account for your grandkids or your children, you can do that. And as long as you tick that box, then you can run that account under your name or their name, and then you can transfer it to them when they become age.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right, Better, are you okay?
Charles, I'm going to slide off now.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Red. I think we're almost towards the end, but I'll just wait. You go ahead, and I'll see you on Monday.
Yeah, I'll see you Monday, man.
Weekend. All right, take care.
All right. Okay. Now we have Team D2. Team D2, are you there? Team D2?
I'm sorry. That was a mistake.
Okay.
I didn't want to talk. I'm a founder.
No problem. Thanks.
All right. Thank you. Charles, please, can you help me take Better and Tim to the webinar while I try and bring them up? Okay, thank you.
Okay, so
somebody, Pascal Abataba Douala, Cameroon, please. You should know that you're not supposed to Raise up your hand, please. Can we meet on Monday? Oh, Pascal Abataba from Douala, Cameroon. Thank you. Thank you. We have only 3 hands up, Charles, and I've been trying to bring them to the panel.
I think I see Marilyn is a founder, so we don't need to bring that one up.
Huawei P30 and
I think
Mbule,
that one is a founder too, but Mbule, I'm not sure.
Is not even coming in. I'm promoting the person is not coming in.
Yeah, I think we're done. I think these are all founders, actually. These are all founders.
Okay. You have anything to say, Charles?
No, except that they should be there on Monday. You go ahead and wrap it up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our great founders, we love you, and to our guests, we love you more. If this makes any sense to you, please get back to whoever invited you to this webinar. They will send you their link, and you can come on board ASAP. The train is about to leave the station. And to the founders, please, let's meet on Monday for the founders only meeting for Q&A, updating, and where we are in the launching process. It's a date with the founders only. So on that note, Charles, you about to say something?
No, I just want to say, if you are in the United States, enjoy your long weekend, and we'll see you on Monday. All right.
All right. So, Charles, I'll say enjoy your holiday, Charles.
Love you all. Okay. Bye-bye.
All right then. Thank you.
All right.